And again, welcome to Qlik-it channel. We are discussing the maps. Okay, so let's just get started. In last, there is just a quick recap that what we have done so far. We just add the data from the Qlik, from the Excel file, and then we made a map just by dragging and dropping certain variable fields, and we have this nice data. Okay, so now let's just move forward. In the last video, I was basically discussing some disablement things. So I will just I noticed from certain people that they have shared the queries that the layer wasn't working, that the disable wasn't working. Like basically, actually, if you are working on multiple layers, so in certain cases, certain properties has to be done on the both of these layers to work. Okay, so it might not work on a single if you do that on a single layer. For example, I will show you that particular issue, that what the issue was, that if you do the disable here, disable selection, and if you just do the selection, the point layer is not working actually. But if you do a selection on a area layer, it will work, and it's indirect selection in Qlik-it. So map layer, it doesn't mean that there will be no selection will be there, but it will not be done from map. So when you're working with the multiple layers, so it's important that you see that what properties are being affected in the both of the layers and try to work with them both. Okay, so that brings me to another part. Okay, let's just we can how we can delete the air layer that we have already made it. So let's just make the copy of this particular chart, this particular map, and just let me make it a little bigger. And we can just click over here and just delete it. That's as easy as it is. And let's just go to the analysis mode now, and if you try to click now select, you will not be able to select. So, and for the next of our demo, we will be using this one layer, because in order to see that which thing is being impacted at which layer. Okay, so we'll just disable this selection part, and yes, then there is another area, but you can hide or show the layer. There is no point in having a layer and not showing it, but at times it makes sense. This property is more relevant on the front end runtime analysis. There is a property on the front end as well, just to do the same. So this might not make sense over here, but it makes sense when you are doing analysis. Or at times you just want to see the impact of the previous layer, the layer behind it, which is hindering the because of which your front layer is hindering the view. So you can just do that. You can exclude auto zoom, which basically means that once the selection is made, it tries to zoom in automatically. So if you have this particular auto zoom excluded, so it will not, this particular layer will not be doing the auto zoom. Okay, and then we have a custom zoom level, that from 0 to 10 by default. This is from 0 meaning that it's the outside, and maximum is 19, which is essentially the street level, or rather a location level, which is essentially 10 meters or so. So you can just control that particular level as well. Then this is an important message, important condition. Here we have calculation condition hiding. So at times you want to hide this particular, this is not, remember, this is not for this particular chart. Imagine you have 9-10 layers and you want the user to select certain layers, or you want on a certain selection basis a particular layer pop-ups. For example, you just want that if someone is interested in the warehouse only, then the warehouse will pop up, or certain selection has been made, then only a warehouse pop up, and it shows certain other parameters. So you can just write conditions to when this particular thing will be showing. If the result of this particular condition is 0, it will not be showing. If it is the condition evaluation is 1, it will be showing. By default it is 1. Okay, so and if you have set up this particular condition, you can give a custom message that okay, if you select this, then you can show this particular layer. In this particular maps, if you have multiple layers, it might not make sense to have this show this message. You can show this message somewhere else that someone can see that okay, I need to select these things to show this particular data. Okay, then last but another important feature, that is the tooltips. So essentially by default the tooltip is basic. By basic means that it tries to show all the KPIs that you have, may it be because for the colors, it's for the size, or it's the name of the dimension. So it shows them by default. But what we can do is we can do much more in point layer with our tooltip. So let's just go for the custom tooltip. When you go to the custom tooltip, we have certain other areas. We can, the default things that they're showing, that we have name of the dimension, we have the measures, we can just hide them. And here we can have a customized title. And let's see, I want to customize the title as province and then district. Here we go. And just let's add a space in between to make it look bit nice and easy. There we go. And now let's see how it looks like. You see, then the start, Gilgit Baltistan, Skardu, Punjab, and this here we see Kasur. Here we have Shakhupura, we have Lahore. Okay, so we can have the title over here, and then we can have a whole lot of description, rather a essay over here, and written in a text form, a history, whatever you can. And then you can add a year, any year. So I will not just get my year, we have already added many. And we can add an image from the media library. We don't have any image. Upload this particular file. And now I can use it in the app. Okay, now if I mouse over it, I will see an image. Brilliant, great. Okay, so this is another way, rather than cluttering the images or the icons, you can just have using that tooltips. So this is basic properties of the map that we have discussed, and then we have touched certain topics. We will be having more detailed discussions into the maps in the next videos. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.